week, Kenny G set a new world record, playing a sustained note on his saxophone for 45 minutes. Now, in an attempt to set another world record, one of our Talk Soup staffers has agreed to listen to a Kenny G CD for as long as humanly possible.
No! No!
It's a new world record.
This is the most disgusting looking food I have ever...
Can any dog get on a treadmill?
Is this a sexual relationship?
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy, now you've done it. You've gone and tuned into the Talk Soup Weekly Wrap-Up. May God have mercy on your soul. I'm John Henson. Deborah West of Wilmington, Delaware, sent us a very interesting article from the Associated Press. Read the headline, folks. Second food worker fined in Turkey sodomy incident.
Oh.
Allow me to read from this article, if you will.
Please.
A judge has fined another Wampler Foods employee who encouraged a coworker to sodomize a live turkey. William Eichelberger of Gettysburg testified during the court hearing on a cruelty to animals charge Thursday that he bribed Timothy Bodkins to sodomize one of the birds in an employee shower room at the plant in New Oxford, Adams County on August 26th. Eichelberger said he didn't think Bodkins would do it. He didn't think he had the guts.
You're not man enough.
Bodkins of Chambersburg said he attempted to have sex with the turkey after being offered $12.50 and 3 tins of snuff. You know, there's not a lot I wouldn't sodomize for 3 tins of snuff.
Hey.
He said he tried to penetrate the bird while David Woodring held it. He held the bird. Oh, my God, they were fired over the incident.
Send us the picture.
Yes, fine, $750, the maximum allowed in the state's animal cruelty law. You have to be careful what you're asking somebody to do, Zepp told Eichelberger before fining him $500. Thankfully, the turkey was euthanized and not processed for human consumption.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Happy Thanksgiving. Coming up, a 21-year-old man marries a woman born in 1912. You do the math. The Haggis eating champ scarfs down sheep organs. A woman gets naked in front of God and Jerry Springer. Plus, find out why Junior never backsasses his mama.
What are you doing? Hey!
Oh.
Wow. Kind of like playing whack-a-mole. More family tension later. First up, we're about to meet a Jerry guest who's all muscle. Jason is so tough he can even flex his earlobes. So why is he hyperventilating in the course of this highlight? Simple. His brother Gary has been making time with Jenny, a woman he's been dating for the last 3 years. Something tells me the folks in the first 5 or 6 rows may want to run for cover.
You're the one that
Probably
said
not.
that you're God's gift to women and that I'm here to put on earth to serve you, to cook,
Well, that's what
to
a woman's
clean.
supposed to do, take care of his guy. You're supposed to be there to take care of me when I can't take care of things by myself.
Comes a point where you can't hit another, especially you can't do it.
You know, I never hit
No
her
abusive
once.
thing
Not
involved
ever
in this.
did I ever
right
hit
here,
her.
sensitivity. We're right here. Right here.
You wanted... One of you wanted to say something to her.
Jenny. Together for a short time. You love me. I care for you. I know you feel the same. Jenny, will you marry me?
Is there an oxygen shortage in that studio or something? Did you hear that guy breathe? Listen to this.
You love me. I care for you. I know you feel the same.
Clearly, he needs a lesson in breath control from an expert. Ah, yes, folks. Kenny G. Can you believe it? He's not even breaking a sweat. I could watch that all day long. In fact, I feel like I already have. Okay. Enough, please. Lay off the car horn, Kenny. Monday, Jerry speaks with pregnant strippers. Their no-good-nick boyfriends won't financially support them, so they have no choice than to don the pasties. Hear their tragic and somewhat erotic tales Monday.
Go, go, go.
The sexual double entendres in this next highlight are pretty tense. We're about to see Jay Leno stuffing Martha Stewart's bird.
What? Huh?
Excuse me for a second. Note to self. Proofread script before show.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I'm doing this. I'm washing my poussin.
Okay, now you put your salt and pepper.
Okay, the what I put it right inside?
Right inside, yeah.
I put my little...
That's the cavity. It's called the cavity.
Really?
And then you stick in,
I thought it was a poussin.
well...
What am I putting now? Put in some of this?
Some thyme and marjoram.
Thyme and what's the other one?
Marjoram.
Now, what's marjoram?
Marjoram is like oregano. It's
Oh, it's
part
oregano.
of the oregano family.
Oh, that's what they...
There.
Okay. Put that in
And
there.
now you put in just a little dribble of olive oil. Just
Put a little
little
olive oil on
yes.
your poussin?
You have your own right there.
Is that good to rub oil on your poussin?
Very good. Very good. Now this is the fun part. Put one piece of lemon in there too.
Piece of lemon?
Not there, not from there. That's
Oh,
not
I'm sorry.
baking
Oh,
dish.
geez.
Here.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Here,
my
here,
gosh.
here, here.
Oh, okay.
There.
Put a lemon in your poussin?
Yes. Now you stick that. Now loosen the skin from the breast.
Oh, loosen the skin.
From the breast.
Well, how do I do that?
Stick your fingers under the skin here gently.
Put your finger under the skin
No,
gently.
Under the skin. Here, this under here. Doesn't that feel good?
Feels great. Man. To think I have my finger in Martha Stewart's poussin.
Poussin. They become so popular. I understand a whole chain of French poussin joints have just sprung up.
Du esprit est bon rendu manger. Grandma's poussin feet. C'est la vie en doux pasette. Grandma's poussin feet. Prenez-en chez vous et puis chez-moi. Grandma's poussin feet. Les pieds vous en nous grand-maman. Surprise!
Oh, wow. Does Grandma have a mustache in that picture?
Ooh la la.
Oh, the French. First Jerry Lewis, now this. Monday on The Tonight Show, Jay welcomes NYPD Blue Star Jimmy Smits. He'll talk about all the bare buttocks and naked poussins that have been exposed on that steamy crime drama. Yeah, it's a little salty over there.
Yeah.
If your poodle is huffing paint, don't take him to see Annie Wald. She's not that type of animal rehab expert. Actually, she specializes in helping dogs recover from surgery. Here she is showing the home team one of her patented techniques for getting Fido back on his paws again.
How long does a dog normally go on a treadmill?
I don't know. Terry is the one that does that.
Terry,
she
how
can
long?
tell you.
From 5 minutes to a half an hour, they stay on, with
And that's
breaks
pretty-
in between.
Yeah, now that's pretty slow right there, isn't
Well,
it? Can you kick him in the... Can you pick him up a little? Now you're talking.
Run, Lily, run.
Can any dog get on a treadmill?
Actually, I would imagine almost every dog will, but there's some that are a little phobic about it. So
What other types of treatments do you have at your gym?
it's not really a gym; it's a rehabilitation center and fitness center.
Okay.
And we have, besides the treadmill, we have swim therapy. We have acupuncture done by Dr. Kathleen Carson, and chiropractic care done by Dr. San Angelo. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, that's a good way to keep your dog in shape. Wrap a leash around his neck and tie it to the handle of a moving treadmill. That's good. Get fit or die, Fido. Either way, he's going to lose weight, you know, when you look at it that way. Monday on the home team, Terry Bradshaw cuts up with funny lady Whoopi Goldberg. She's out promoting her new book titled Book.
What's it called?
Book. Did you think for 20 bucks Whoops, I come up with a better title than book. Yeah, the book. Give me two words. That's all I'm asking. As a child, Robert was overweight and extremely self-conscious. To make matters worse, he was frequently harassed by a classmate named Billy, who used to call him names. Now, 10 years later, Robert is a lean, mean fighting machine. And Billy is a pizza cook in New Jersey. Ooh. Let's see if Billy has any remorse on the Montel Williams Show.
You should have had self-respect. I mean, Robert, you're talking all this. Obviously, you didn't have any self-respect, and you know what? I did something right. But listen, I did something right because for the past 10 years, I've been on your mind. I've been making you wonder how you could get even with me. I did something right. They sent the car to my house, did my makeup, brought me on this show. So I did something right.
No, you're missing something, no. Billy?
Oh, man.
See, what I did was I brought you here on this show, not because it's something that you did that was so right. I brought you in here to make an example out of you for the rest of the bullies and jerks in America. I want you to know what? So, all the cars. So you got a car, a sedan. I mean, I could have sent a taxi cab. I do that to KKK members. I send a car to pick them up. I send that to rapists and disgusting. So I do that to them. So now you're here on the show. So don't make it like a claim to fame. Being here is all of a sudden isn't so
but
great.
You know what?
America knows.
After 10 years, after 10 years, you forget all about kids you went to school with.
No.
I can't believe that guy's so flattered they sent him a limo. Because he doesn't watch Montel's show much. Otherwise, he would have seen this closing credit.
Montel's less than savory guests are transported by Loser Limo. White cars available for KKK members with special moonroofs to accommodate the pointiest of hoods. Loser Limo, first-class service for no-class people since 1977.
Monday, Montel listens to the woes of a family in turmoil. Guests include a mom whose kids were taken away from her because of her drug problem. Stay tuned, soup heads. We got more goofy gab on the way. Coming up later, a nude woman graces the stage of Jerry Springer Show. That's right. We're going to make you wait for it. Also, two grown men gorge themselves on sheep innards. But first, they'll put glowing polish on your shoe leather come flame or shine.
Now, is there any way that my foot is going to catch on fire?
It's already on fire.
Oh, are my pants gonna? Oh, gosh!
They... Welcome back to Talk Soup, the show that makes you go, what?
What?
Eli Whitney, Thomas Edison, Ben Franklin. After watching this Crook and Chase highlight, you may be adding the name Henry Adams to this prestigious list. The fact is, he's the mastermind behind a scientific breakthrough that may revolutionize the way you shine your shoes. Behold!
Let's just show people you've put a real thick glob of polish just right on the toe, and you're spraying it with...
More magic.
Oh, all right.
More magic? What's that?
It's a secret.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, is there any way that my foot is going to catch on fire?
It's already on fire.
Oh, are my pants gonna? Oh, gosh! Oh, this is scary. This is scary. Oh.
Did you feel the heat on your shin right there?
No, I didn't feel it, but it got awfully close. Have you ever hurt anybody, Henry?
Not yet.
Not.
Oh, well, don't start today, okay?
Uses a little blow dryer.
How long does the entire shine last, Henry? I mean,
it's based on how often you wear the shoes.
Yeah. But for the most part, on average, you'll last, what, a week?
It'll last a week.
He's right, it does last a week. And it can come in really handy.
Hey, Johnny, how about cooking me up a dog?
You got it, bro.
Well done, please.
Sure thing.
Cool.
How's that look?
Bueno.
All right.
Want one?
No, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, look at the moves. I love it. Monday on Crook and Chase, get into the holiday spirit with the gospel group, the Martins. They'll be performing some a cappella versions of your favorite Yuletide classics. Yeah, Yuletide. Vera was 3 months pregnant when she received a disturbing phone call from her brother. He'd seen her boyfriend, Eric, making time with another woman in a local watering hole and wanted to tip her off. Eric denied any funny business, even though his car was chock full of sex toys and condoms. Kind of hard to explain the sex toys, isn't it? In the Sally clip, the cad maintains his innocence despite the overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
You agreed to take a lie detector test. Why would you do that? Do you really believe you're not cheating?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want things to work out for the two of you?
Sometimes I really don't know. I mean, no, because, no, I'm serious. She'll tell her parents, the neighbors across the street, down the block, everything. She tells them everything. And everybody thinks, just like she's got all you people convinced that I'm the bad person here. No.
All right, go ahead.
And she, but you don't know the whole, you don't know the whole story behind it.
Vera, there's no need for you to sit there and cry. For you to find condoms, hair ribbons, there's no need for a lie detector test. If it's not yours, you don't need it. It doesn't matter. You, from Thursday to Sunday, sweetheart, you wouldn't come back in Sunday. Sunday, you be out.
Excuse me, ma'am, but I think your hair is eating your face. Hey, is Eric really cheating or merely misunderstood? Let's see what the lie detector says.
He admitted to me that in addition to that, he'd had 2 others. So there's a total of 3 at this point. The polygraph test, however, did not bear that out. It appears that there were more than 3.
Despite being found guilty of 3 affairs, Vera decided to give Eric one more chance. And I don't blame her. I mean, he seemed pretty contrite, didn't he? And hasn't he suffered enough? I mean, what are we in this country, savages? That was my little plea for Eric. Hope it helped. Tuesday, Sally welcomes spiritual medium James Van Praagh to her show. He'll help family members contact dead relatives. Maybe now we can get that recipe for Grandma's cream corn souffle. Church potlucks just haven't been the same since Granny passed on. Oh, no, you're not going anywhere. Not when we got 3/4 of the Talk Soup Weekly wrap-up still to come. Just ahead, I'll be reading some viewer mail. This week in a thick Scottish brogue. Also, a real live nude woman graces Jerry's stage. And speaking of those nutty Scots, anybody got a hankering for sheep guts? A stomach-turning haggis eating contest is next.
Notice the body English on the fork. With Sean going with the old tried and true. Let's see. Coming down to, is this exciting television or what?
If it weren't for the Talk Soup Weekly wrap-up, you'd be watching something else right now. Think about it. I'm John Henson. Barry Noble was recently named the world's fastest haggis eater. To secure the crown, he had to consume 1.5 pounds of sheep entrails in 1 minute and 24 seconds. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Haggis. Here's a look at Barry in action competing against his own nephew on the Tonight Show stage. Kids, do not try this at home.
It's coming down to the wire now. Looks like no record will be broken here tonight. But each man, oh, look, Noble picking up speed, going with a wrist slash with a twist. Notice the little body English. Notice the body English on the fork. With Sean going with the old tried and true. Let's see. Coming down to, is this exciting television or what? Remember, this is the only thing. This is the only thing on NBC right now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these 2 men. Uh-oh, it looks good. My God.
And now for a look at the pros and cons of haggis eating. On the pro side, it's nutritious, tasty, high in protein, and filling. On the con side, it can give you a fat ass. Tuesday on The Tonight Show, Jay welcomes another gastronomical wonder. This time his guest will be Twinkie addict Louis Browning. He'll discuss his remarkable addiction to the cream-filled Hostess snack cake. I'm a ring-ding man myself. Deborah was home alone and fast asleep when a strange man entered her bedroom and went on the attack, torturing her for 3 hours and eventually leaving her for dead. After inflicting 39 stab wounds and crushing both of her eye sockets, he made off with all of $80. Miraculously, Deborah has lived to tell the tale to Lisa Gibbons.
I felt a sting, like a bite. It just felt like a sting. And I put my hand down and all this blood, plus the blood pouring from my nose, because it had been broken. And my first response was, you stabbed me. What are you doing? And he said, you have to die.
And were you asking why?
Yes, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I have to die. Just shut up. You have to die. And as he beat me and punched me, and at one point he had me on the floor just kicking my face, the side of my face, with his foot, and then punching the face, breaking the orbit bone, and then he just continuously started pounding and stabbing the knife into my head, my eyes, both eyes.
The knife, by the way, audience, was a knife like this one, is that right?
Correct. It was one of my steak knives.
There's a portion of this knife that is still in your head, is that right?
Yes, he stabbed me on this side, if you can, and when I flex my jaw.
And that's actually the tip of the knife blade.
Yes.
Deborah suffers from severe nerve damage and her face is partially paralyzed. Her attacker is now in prison serving a 40-year sentence. Tuesday on Leads, she'll be talking about teachers who date their students. A panel of experts will examine the ethical and emotional consequences of those extracurricular activities. Yeah! Oh, boy, are we on a roll. And it's just going to get better. Honest Injun. Coming up, a woman peels down to her birthday suit on the Springer Show. That's right, we got a naked lady on the way. Plus, an 85-year-old gal marries a 21-year-old boy. But first, a little tough love from a slap-happy mom.
No, Mom. No. Happy Mom.
It was a decade. Okay, that's enough. Enough already. Come on. It's time for the Talk Soup Quote of the Week. Merciless. This week's quote comes from The Tonight Show. Here's Jay Leno bonding with America's most beloved homemaker.
I have my finger on Martha Stewart's poussin.
Why, if I had a nickel. Pushing inward. Victor has fathered 3 children with Lubertha. These days, he's living with another woman named Laquita. Victor's mother doesn't approve of the situation. She thinks her son should give Laquita the boot and reunite with the mother of his children, Lubertha. Let's see if she can slap any sense into him in the course of this Jerry Springer highlight.
What is this? This is Victor's mom. What are you doing? Hey!
It's done. Love your children like that. I taught you better than that.
All right, no doubt. You did.
Where you going? Come back over here. Come back. Where you going?
Wow. You notice how the cake was conveniently located out there for him to throw? Take a look at this. Look right here when he goes to pick it up. Right. Look, oh, wait, stop tape for just a second. Oh, my goodness, look at the array of things they have there for him. I'm just glad he grabbed the cake, because things could have gotten ugly if he'd gone for the mace.
Where you going?
Oh!
Good choice.
Yeah. Wednesday on Jerry, prospective brides and grooms reveal their deep, dark secrets just days before the wedding. Tune in for confessions of tawdry affairs and watch Jerry's security staff earn their pay. Oh, the wonders of the North American beaver. This large aquatic rodent is highly prized for its fur and well known for its dam building abilities. The typical beaver may grow as much as 4 feet long, including their flat, scaly tail, and are generally benign of disposition. They also make delightful talk show guests. If you don't believe me, then just check out this Tonight Show highlight. What do we got next?
We're going to let you see
That looks like a big beaver.
another animal that is aquatic,
Yeah.
and we're going to let you pick it up, but you have
Pick
to...
it up? Okay, you got to pick it up.
Okay,
Now, he doesn't...
here you go. This is...
Now, you put the tail under him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gee,
This is Ward. You got to fold the tail, fold the tail. This is their rudder right here.
There you go. Want to look in the camera?
Go ahead. Right now.
And
That's Ward.
How
and
big?
then-
Is this full grown?
Well, this one weighs about 40 pounds, 39 pounds under the, here we go, under the chest. Whoa!
There we go. You got him?
Put the tail up.
There we go. Tail up. There we go.
Okay, so he weighs 39 pounds, but they can get up to 100 pounds. And they are the biggest rodent in North America. It's talking.
And it is a rodent, isn't it?
It is a
he's
rodent.
saying something. Well, Timmy's stuck in the well.
Beavers live in colonies of 1 or more family groups to a lodge. Breeding takes place in midwinter, and 2 to 8 babies are born 4 months later. For more information about our friend the beaver, check out the official website at www.beaver.com. Thursday on The Tonight Show, Emma Thompson will bend Jay's ear. The Oscar winner has a new artsy-fartsy movie out called The Winter's Quest, or The Winter Quest, or, you know, whatever those fartsy people talk about.
Guess? The winner's guess?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma Thompson?
That's what's here on my page.
Oh.
Yeah. I chose to read it differently. Coming up on this sinus-clearing edition of The Soup, I'll be opening up your viewer mail, this time without getting a nasty paper cut. Plus, a naked lady runs amok on The Springer Show. But first, she's old enough to be his great-grandmother, but who the hell cares? They're in love.
I know you hold hands and kiss a lot, but is this a sexual relationship?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's If you must know, this is the Talk Soup Weekly Wrap-Up. I'm John Henson, all right? Nosy? The year was 1912. The Titanic sank in the North Atlantic. Woodrow Wilson became our 28th president, and a feisty soul named Lola was brought into our weary world. Now, 85 years later, the old gal's in love with a guy named Jesse, who's 21 years old. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Don't worry, Talk Soup viewer. All of your questions will be answered in this Sally highlight.
Lola, you have a son that's 54 years old.
Right.
What does your son think about this?
Well, he didn't think nothing about it.
You're not going to have children, are you?
I hope not. I hope not. I only had one.
So you have just the one son, and now
That's all.
he's all right with it.
He's older than my honey now.
Okay. I know you hold hands and kiss a lot, but is this a sexual relationship?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So you're very much in love with her?
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all actually get intimate with each other?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Jesse, at your age, you should probably be at your sexual peak. With all deference to Lola, I mean, isn't that just kind of an imbalance?
No, it is not. Not to me.
When beavers are alarmed, they immediately seek safety in water. They also warn others of danger by slapping the surface of the water with their tails. It's really the amazing world of the beaver, Tom. Sure, let the beaver know. Sure. Thursday, my teen is tearing your family apart, whatever. As this Keenan highlight reveals, comedian Margaret Cho recently attended her 10-year high school reunion. She was hoping to have a steamy liaison with one of her old friends, and as fate would have it, that's exactly what happened. Chances are her love connection isn't going to write or call her anytime soon, but I'm willing to bet they stay in touch.
It was my 10-year reunion, and I was really hoping that I was going to have some sort of a Grosse Point Blank experience, you know, like I'd see some guy that I crushed on 10 years ago, and there would be like magic there, and that didn't happen, but when I was staying at my mom's house, I did find a really old dildo that I'd left there 10 years ago. So, that was really a nice reunion.
Where did you find this thing?
Well, my mom had taken everything questionable, you know, that she found in my room and put it in a drawer, you know, and I went and I looked in the drawer, and she had found the dildo, but she put it in a shoebox, but I don't know how she did this. She had gone and found the original box to it and wrapped the whole thing up, you know, like she was returning a Barbie or something, and she put it in that drawer. I was, like, really amazed.
Questionable. Was there any question what that was?
I think so. Maybe it's a calling iron. You know, I don't know what she thought. I have no idea.
You know, a similar thing happened to me when I went home for Thanksgiving. My mom had discovered an old blow-up doll in my room. Just thought it was an inflatable mannequin. Thank God. Thursday, Keenan solicits the services of his brother Marlon Wayans. He stars in the WB sitcom The Wayans Brothers with sibling Sean. Wow, that slight twinge of guilt I'm experiencing can mean one of only two things. Either I shouldn't have been so vicious with our intern, or it's time to read a little viewer mail. Hey! Incompetent boob. This week's letter is one of the thousands sent to us from Scott Pavich of Bradenton, Florida. He writes, Dear John, I love your show. I watch it every day. Do you consider yourself a role model? Well, thanks for the letter, Scott. But no, I don't consider myself a role model. I consider myself a supermodel.
With bedroom brown eyes, a sassy attitude, and the cheekbones of a Greek god, John Henson is a fashion triple threat. But does being an internationally renowned supermodel have its drawbacks?
I was born beautiful, and I have always been beautiful. And so people have always treated me very specially.
But tell us, is there a downside of being so good-looking?
What? Are you kidding?
You tell him, Johnny. Through the years, Henson's trademark skunk spot and sumptuous curves have made him a hit with famed photographers the world round.
When John is posing for me, he's not aware of the camera. He's not aware of anything. It's like I'm not even there. It's like he's not even there.
Of course, working as a male model isn't all glamour.
You know, when someone takes a picture and the flash goes off and you're and like you can't see anything and your eyes go crazy, you know. So just imagine having to deal with that every day.
Dedication like this has helped fashion John Henson into one of the world's most sought-after supermodels.
You know, a lot of people think that models are very dumb, and most of us are very
intelligent.
I was going to say pretty, but yeah, some of us are.
Wherever the future takes John Henson,
this one's for the cover.
You can bet he'll be going in style.
Can I get a Diet Pepsi, or do you have water or something?
Is that San Pellegrino?
Is that bubbles? Because if I drink the bubbles, I blow
it. She's separate.
Come on, man. Send us a Christmas card. Usually we don't get them until the week after Christmas. Talk Soup, E, P.O. Box 4897.
Ho, ho, ho!
Los Angeles, California. Neener double on 4A. That was very jolly of you.
Better than bah humbug.
Yeah, no, that was good. Hey, I'm all for glorifying the female body. Heck, I've even built a small shrine to Cindy Crawford in my shower. It's laminated. That's why I'm such a rabid champion of this view highlight. Here's Meredith Vieira discussing a new book titled Pregnant Goddesshood. Features pics of expecting mothers assuming various whimsical poses. You go, moms!
30 years ago, you couldn't even say the word pregnant on TV. I didn't realize this. Now you can say it, you can show it, you can even flaunt it, as Demi Moore did on the cover of Vanity Fair a few years ago when she had her first baby, pregnant with her first baby. Well, now there's a book out by a well-known photographer, Mary Ann Halpin. Let me show you. It's called Pregnant Goddesshood. And what she has done, essentially, is she's taken 65 women, all of them pregnant, and taken beautiful pictures of them, and then they comment about pregnancy, very personal, intimate stories. What do you think? You know, a lot of people say this is indecent. Some of the book companies don't want to carry it. Bookstores don't want to carry it.
Is that her tummy we're looking at?
Yeah,
Yes, with a smiley face on it. How can someone think that a pregnant woman looks offensive? Look how beautiful that is.
Yeah.
I think it's more offensive to see a man with a gut hanging out on the beach than it is to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that some shows don't want to show this on television, but they have no problem showing bloody massacres or violence or shoot-em-ups.
Well, I'm afraid she's right. And who am I to disappoint America?
Oh, oh God! Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, no!
Ah, yeah, baby. How's that, America? Is that bloody enough for you? Friday on The View, the gals welcome actress Kathy Kinney. She's the one with all the freaky clothes and the scary makeup of the Drew Carey Show. I think they call her Mimi. Wild, wild chick.
Yes, sir.
When these Sally guests were little boys, they loved dressing up like little girls. Now that they're grown men, they like dressing up like grown women. In this crazy, mixed-up world, it's nice to know there are some things you can still count on. Hey, what do you say we chat with the gals and learn all about their alternative lifestyle, huh?
I grew up in a real Catholic-based home, and so growing up as a single boy around women was like, you know, like watching, you know, like a Disney film to me. Like, I loved these women that I grew up with, and so I knew that I was different because of that.
I thought at one point that something was different with me because I was interested in movie stars. I had Barbie dolls under my bed because it wasn't allowed in the house. And I always put the right accessories on my Barbie doll. I mean, I would be playing with girls who would be putting sneakers on Barbie with a prom dress, and I'd say, no, honey, that's all wrong. It's like this.
In a sign of the times, Mattel announced a new cross-dressing Ken, the fabulous action figure. Friday on Sally, sift through the dirty laundry of your favorite stars. Dishing the gossip will be such insiders as the New York Post's Cindy Adams and Vanity Fair columnist George Wayne. Yeah, I like that George Wayne. Not since the Marquis de Sade published his memoirs has a tale of depravity so rocked the soul of Western civilization. I'm talking about this next Loveline highlight. It features a lad who likes to abuse himself when abusing himself. I could tell you more, but I wouldn't be doing the story justice. Let's turn things over to the gang at Loveline, shall we?
For the last month or so, then I've realized that I get pleasure from putting my testicles through pain during masturbation. The first time, then I put a rubber band around them to and smash them around 15 times.
It's Peter, it's not one of those rubber bands the orthodontist gives you for your brace. That's a bad sign.
Since then, that was just the first time. And so since then I haven't even dealt with the rubber band. I've just smacked them harder and harder, and so each time I smack them, trying to outdo, I guess, the previous.
All right,
your testicles need help. They need to get away from you. They need to go to a home where they can be treated properly.
Why would you even think to do something like that? Coming up after the break, it's that naked lady I've been telling you about. And, buddy, I wasn't just whistling Dixie. She's going to strip down and reveal the goodies next.
Please welcome Adara.
It was a... Step right up, gentlemen, and see the naked lady. She's blonde, she's beautiful, she's all woman. Right this way. Come on. Sorry. This Jerry highlight brought back memories of working the door at Mike's Pink Lady. Anyway, here's a bit of eye-popping television magic we've picked as our Talk Soup Clip of the Week.
Please welcome Adara. Yes.
Hi, Jerry.
Well, it just doesn't matter what I ask, you know. I'm pretty irrelevant for the show. What are you doing? What?
Being me.
This is how you normally walk around.
As much as I can, yeah.
Uh,
I like to be naked. It's...
What is that, man? That's not a nude lady. That's an impressionist painting, for God's sake. I waited the whole show for that? 59 minutes for that? She's a cubist, for God's sake. That sucked. Friday on Jerry, meet a confused fella who's dating two gals at the same time. Sparks will fly when one of the gals reveals that she's carrying his baby. And then there'll be a fight. Or two. Maybe three. Well, that's it for this edition of Talk Soup. Just a reminder to tune into our daily show every weeknight at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. We'll have a fresh half-hour of highlights for you. This is Johnny H. leaving you with more of the fabulous sounds of Kenny G. Bye, everybody.